All right, everyone, welcome back to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. In today's video, we got some news on the JP side of things for the game. We got the announcement of SSR Spirit Descent. Toji Fushiguro is arriving tomorrow on the JP side, 8/19. It's 8/18 as of the time of me recording this, so you take a look at him real quick. They got the release of his art. You know, he's holding the sharpened up inverted spear of heaven. Not inverted spear of heaven. Sorry, the playful cloud. Got it confused with his other cursed tool. As well as his SSR recollection bit is going to be like him reminiscing on baby Megumi and his mother. So very, very cool stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. I believe he is a standard banner unit. He's just pickup gacha, not a limited event pickup gacha or anything. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff. In a recent video I made literally less than a week ago, they made the announcement that Thunderclap, the story event for Shibuya, is coming out. And they showed the preview of literally this Sukuna in the thumbnail. Now, I did say in that video, you know, it's possible that they do release Sukuna next. As well as it's also possible that, you know, they do what they've been doing with the Gojos and have like some standard banner Sukunas and some limited Sukunas. And I thought the Sukuna versus the Jogo, which is the event preview right here, that's him versus Jogo, would have been the standard banner version of Sukuna, and then they later released the Maharaga versus Sukuna version. That would have been a limited unit, but, you know, it doesn't seem like that's what they're doing here. It seems like, you know, they're releasing the Toji, which, you know, honestly makes a little bit more sense. You know, Toji, logically speaking, is the, like, next up in the sequence of events. We got Choso, now Toji is the next big thing, and then logically what's after Toji? That is Sukuna. So while it makes sense that, you know, Toji is the one coming out sooner, I wouldn't be surprised if Sukuna is on the horizon. Now, they could throw us a curveball, and I do believe that's probably what they could do. I do believe that they are going to release Sukuna for the anniversary. It's just a matter of chance of, are they going to release like another variant before then, because that's entirely possible. They've released 5 different Satoru Gojos. They could definitely have some room to add in some standard banner Sukunas. I do still think that's on the table, and I think, you know, that would be good bait to kind of like get people to summon on a standard banner unit if it were to Sukuna, and then like the limited unit for the anniversary being a different variation of Sukuna. It's entirely possible. I wouldn't put it past Billy. They want to make money after all. So, as well as the announcement for this Toji, they also made a little preview right here. I'm going to have it muted because I don't want to get copyrighted. Showcasing the Toji and the story event that was going on. So, very cool stuff right there. If you noticed, that is, I believe, true form Sukuna's face, like a small glimpse of his little deformity on his face, I believe. Is that right? Maybe I'm right. It looks kind of like it. Nah. I would say that's just his normal face, being awakened probably. But then they show some skill animations with this Toji, him throwing around the playful cloud. Very interesting stuff, honestly. You know, father and son, Megumi versus Toji. This seems like that's going to be the priority of this, like, the story event. Likely that we're not going to get the full Jogo versus Sukuna, it seems. As a matter of fact, this little scene right here, I believe, is the moment that Megumi realizes that Sukuna has awoken. Because they do a weird, if you watch the anime, they do a weird color gradient as Megumi is fighting Toji, and it's somewhat similar to this, where he's like, dude, is that Sukuna? Why did I feel Sukuna? What the fuck is going on in Shibuya? Like, what is going on? I believe that's what this is him sensing Sukuna and be like, dude, this is not right. As well as they, you know, showcasing for Thunderclap the 2, like, hype units, the hype characters related to that. Obviously, Jogo isn't a part of this because Jogo is not the main focus. It seems like the moment where Toji is fighting Megami and transitioning into Sukuna's fight with Jogo. So it does seem like on the timeline that this Sukuna is up next, and I have a little bit more information or evidence to back that up here in a moment. But yeah, Toji and Sukuna, very, very exciting. Here he is, that whole animation hyping it up of, oh, Sukuna's awoken during Shibuya. Interesting thing, Hanako and Mimiko, we still don't have units of, which you would think at this point maybe we would have, especially since literally what happens right after the scene is they die. So, like, you know, maybe they throw us a curveball and after Toji they put out Hanako and Mimiko. I don't know. Maybe they release them as SRs. Honestly, that would be pretty hype. You know, SR versions of them. I wouldn't say they're really worth being SSRs. Nah, definitely not. But I could see them putting them out as SRs, like the Gakuganji or Yaga. Like them being some very solid support would be really nice, honestly. And you see Sukuna walking towards them. And it noticed them. Interesting. This is an updated Sukuna model. This Sukuna model has the damage that Yuji had from his fight with Choso, and you see he's telling them, you know, you bow your heads and whatnot. If you hit me, maybe I'll join your plan, or whatever that is. And that's, I believe, the end of it. And right there is a nice little. If you watch the anime, you recognize what this little thing is. This is, you know, Sukuna posing, T-posing right in the middle of this during his fight with Jogo. So they are really, really teasing Sukuna versus Jogo, and obviously just Sukuna as a whole. Like, he's honestly the main center of all of this besides that Toji. And as you get, like I said, he's got battle damage. This is Shibuya Sukuna. So I still, more evidence why I think that he is very, very close. Keep in mind, everyone's saying that he's going to be the anniversary unit, which is still possible. I do think so. JP has a track record. Unlike Global, Global is releasing like a unit, a character every banner. Or what? No. They're releasing a character like every week. Up until recently, they've just had a huge hiatus of 2 weeks, strangely enough. But on JP, it's been a very consistent like 2 to 3 weeks. It seems like that's when they're getting a new unit. So let's see real quick. Yeah, this Toji runs from 8/19, so tomorrow, and he runs all the way until 9/18. So that's pretty, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a JP player, but I believe that's pretty standard for these JP banners. These characters are just out for so long, it's actually kind of ridiculous. But, you know, that definitely leaves the possibility of, like, the next character coming out being... Oh, hold on, actually. Let me check something. Hold on. When did Choso? Choso got announced 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, like, about 3 weeks or so is whenever they announce a character and release a character. So, I'll get to that in a moment. But, yeah. So, if you're unaware, the JP anniversary is November 17th. And that's when a lot of people are talking about Sukuna as being, like, Flame Arrow Sukuna is going to be an anniversary unit. Well, that's November 17th. So, let's see, August, roughly every month, a new unit could happen in September. October could be a new unit. And then, boom, like, November. So, we're, like, realistically, from on the JP side, about 3 to 4 units. Possibly 5 if they want to squeeze some in. Less than 5 units away from the anniversary. So, keep that in mind as we're going forward. This Toji comes out. I mean, what else do they have for Shibuya? They got Toji. They already did Choso. Dude, would they want to do like a Naobito? Nah, surely not. They could do like a Anonymous. They could definitely. I could see them doing Anonymous. Maybe like a summonable Gojo or Jogo. And hell, if we want to go that route too, yeah, they could do a Gojo. Why not? Billy loves releasing Gojo units like all the fucking time. Like, I could definitely see them releasing a Gojo right before the anniversary to try to like drain you of all your cubes, because we don't have a Gojo for the Shibuya incident. We don't have a Jogo for the Shibuya incident. Nanami could be a good one. Hell, even I guess, are we missing any other crazy characters? Like, new characters? I'm trying to sit here and think. Dagon was a Phantom Metal character. Nah, I don't think so. I think Toji, Sukuna. Obviously, the later stuff is like Maharaga Megami. But I think Maharaga Megami, I think, is more anniversary unit. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you disagree, feel free to say something. But I think Megami, Maharaga, Sukuna, obviously Flame Arrow against Maharaga would be his anniversary unit. I think that's locked. I think that's pretty locked in. Flame Arrow, Sukuna, Maharaga, I think those are anniversary units. But I do think they could also release a... I still believe it. They could release a standard banner unit, Sukuna. But until then, we don't really know, and we're just making guesses. So who do I think I want this Toji to be? Like, what color? Dude, I'll say it. Yellow. Yellow needs it. Yellow needs support. I'm sitting here, every single prediction video I make has been yellow units because yellow fucking needs it. As far as like physical attackers go, Yuji is still amazing. So do we really need another yellow physical attacker? Probably not. I'd say we need another yellow Jujutsu attacker more than anything. But as far as physical attackers go, oh, please God, no, not a green, dude. We've had we've had enough greens, dude. We don't need any more green units for a while. However, blue, maybe. I mean, this Maki was pretty good as far as I'm aware. But other than that, like, red, we don't need another red Toji. I think it would be kind of boring if they kept this new Toji the same color. So I'm thinking realistically blue or yellow. I could see blue or yellow, either or. Red just had the Mei. I don't see them doing another red physical attacker. But, you know, I definitely could see them doing another blue physical attacker. It's been a while. He was Jujutsu physical. Hybrid? I don't remember. I actually don't know that one. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And are you guys excited? I'm hoping he's yellow, but you know, I could see him being blue. If he is a green, I swear to God, I'm going to scream. Dude, I will scream. But the green needs nothing more right now. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.